Hi! So I finally have a microphone. Super excited because the audio quality has not been great on the last couple of videos, but I'm glad I have a microphone so that you can hear what I'm saying better. Today, I want to kind of dive deep into attention and what attention actually is. People tend to think that attention is something that you can just throw around, when in reality, it is not. Your attention is the most powerful thing about you. What you consistently direct your attention towards gets your energy, your actions, and your thoughts. Our attention is pretty much our life force energy. And when you have a life force energy that is so complete, as humans, we have such a huge, complete, powerful life force, beautiful energy. And when we direct this life force energy at everything, we receive mixed signals back. There are things that we can use to collect and cultivate our energy. And there's also ways that we give away our energy and we allow our energy to be negatively harvested. Some ways that you allow your energy to be negatively harvested are eating bad food. So when you're eating food that is horrible for you, such as cakes, processed foods, McDonald's, those foods are full of parasites, so they are literally taking your energy from you. I see TikTok a lot as something that negatively harvests your energy. If you think about it, you're scrolling through literally hundreds and hundreds of videos that are begging for your attention in each video, and you give it. You give your attention fleetingly, and what we give our attention to consumes us. And you don't know I don't want to say dark side, but you don't know what people's intentions are. Truly, you don't know. Some people could have negative intentions and they're hiding it, and you just gave your energy to that person. They're harvesting your energy. I like to call them energy vampires. This can be literally anything that causes you to feel negatively, and it's also something that you give your energy to. So, relationships that aren't good for you, even if it's like family members, really toxic relationships, you're giving your energy away. Also, think about jobs and people. Sometimes you leave your job feeling horrible, and sometimes you feel depleted, and this is because you're putting yourself around people and giving your energy to people and things that don't fulfill you. Some things that you can do to collect your energy back are things like breath work, meditation, touching trees. Genuinely, I talked about it in the last video, but touching trees helps so much because they have a grounded energy, and when you touch them, when you put your skin onto the tree, it literally fills your body with this grounding energy. Also, going outside barefoot literally helps so much. They have grounding mattresses, and these mattresses are charged like the earth, and it helps you recalibrate your stress levels while you sleep. It literally is filled with the same ions that the ground is filled with. But I want to go further into doom scrolling because I think it is something that people are ashamed of. Like, I have doom scrolled and I feel ashamed when I doom scroll. But I think that as long as you realize after you have doom scrolled or whatever, as long as you realize that it took your energy, as long as you realize that didn't feel right, and you start to do actions to stop that from happening. But people do not realize it, and they're too caught up in the constant feedback loop, the constant reinforcement, and it really is something that scares me, honestly, because no one likes to admit it, but sometimes you'll be scrolling on your phone all day and you don't realize where the time has gone. That's why it's called TikTok. TikTok is an energy vampire, I believe, but it can be also a creative outlet. I post on TikTok, I post on Instagram Reels, I post on YouTube, but I don't consume the content regularly. I'm easing myself into never consuming the content. Never. Right now, I rarely consume YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'll watch YouTube at night, but I do not put that into my system because that's where my energy is going. It's not going into creating things, creating content. It's going into other people. And so they get my energy, if that makes sense. I don't want to give people my energy. What you put your eyes on consumes your attention. Right now, you're watching my video, your eyes are on me, and I'm consuming your attention. I'm giving out positive energy right now, trying to help you. But say you are consuming so many videos that are hurting you, that is getting your attention. Your eyes are like laser beams, and what you point them at, direct them at, will grow. You give your life force to whatever the thing is, and it will grow. You cultivate more of what you focus on. So if you're always focusing on the problems, the negativity in your life, then you're going to cultivate more of that. I think we know that, but let's go a little bit deeper. If you are constantly looking at things that are negative, I'm not going to say specifically what, but if you're looking at things that are negative and you're looking at things that are low vibration, your body will become the same vibration as that thing, slowly but surely. If it's a repeated pattern where you're seeking out negativity, your body is going to become the same vibration as what you're looking at. Because it's not just what you're looking at, it is what you are seeking, what you're going after, and what your energy is chasing. Every minute of the day, every second, it is a must to be in the now. And it has to be a practice and a ritual to be in the now every single second. It is something that you can't just do. You have to practice, especially if you're in the habit of being on TikTok or Reels. Also, don't doubt your intuition because it is very strong and it is there for a reason. When we start to doubt our intuition, like the world teaches us, because the world, can we just talk about how the world revolves around abandoning your intuition? You're told to not listen to your gut. Here's an example. I was watching a video the other day and this girl was talking about how you need to trust your intuition. I saw down below that the app, I'm not going to say what app it was, but the app had put in a warning that says your intuition can sometimes be trusted, but most of the time it stems from fear and doubt. In the actual app, it was warning users to not listen to what she was saying. Things like this happen where people tell the truth and they talk about what's going on and they get either banned or a message like that comes up, and it just goes to show that that person was really hacking at the truth. They're hacking away at what's actually true. All I want you to do is think about what you're giving your attention to. With celebrations, what we're celebrating with holidays matters. Look at the intention behind it, and do you want to be a part of that? Look at fashion, the clothes that you're wearing, the brands that you're buying from. Look at their mission and figure out if you align with that. The language you use, the people that you hang around, literally everything in your life should be reevaluated. But I believe that not doing what the collective's doing, what everyone is doing, is a very valuable value to have and to instill in yourself, to look at what people are doing and then ask yourself, does this line up with what I want to have in my life? What I want to cultivate for my life? And if it doesn't, then you don't need to be doing that thing. When you mess up 100%, you're gonna mess up. And when this happens, it's important to alchemize your emotions from, oh, I feel horrible about what I did. Change that emotion into a gratefulness to have learned this lesson. You can transmute any emotion into gratefulness. When you're going through pain, you can transmute that pain into gratefulness. That is the key emotion that I literally transmute everything into, because when you come from a grateful heart, you can see I'm learning from this situation. and you don't allow the situation to take over you. Messing up is normal as long as you have the right mindset after you mess up that I'm going to learn from this. Bye guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and leave me a thumbs up. Also, let me know what you want to see next in the comments.